cheese balls,
Happy as a clam.
sexist Muppets,
Why are there so many snacks filled with gluten? Put something else inside. Snacks are important and not just illusions, and cheese puffs have nothing to hide. Someday we'll find it, the Snackbook Connection, the wine and the chips and the cheese. Da, 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 da,
so sweet. Love it.
1, 2, 3, 4. Sitting on the bench. Writing's really hard. We need another snack. And that is just a fact. Oh.
Hello, everyone. This
Hi,
is
friends.
Shauna.
Oh, I'm going to interrupt you. And this is Trisha.
We feel like we've been gone a really long time.
Yeah.
This is Two Girls on a Bench.
The podcast.
We have not been writing on the bench.
Nope.
We have probably been snacking on separate benches.
Yes.
And we've been procrastinating all over any bench we can get near.
Well, I mean, to be fair, we have like families and jobs and shit. So
much stuff.
sometimes it's just too many things and then something has to give. And unfortunately, the last couple weeks, it's been the podcast. So we miss you.
We miss everyone and we miss this.
Yeah, so much.
It's not intentional.
It's a huge gap in our hearts when we're not able to talk together, eat snacks, and talk to you.
And have microphones in front of us. Mostly I just miss having a microphone in front of me all the time. I'm like,
all the time.
Is anybody listening to me right now? No? All right, good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're back.
We're back, and it's May, but we're going to do the Bench Right Club today because we did get 4 submissions to our elevator prompt, which are awesome.
Everybody was on time, and thanks.
We were late.
But we're not punishing ourselves anymore.
Yeah.
We are moving forward.
Yeah.
All right.
No guilt.
We have good snacks today.
Oh,
we have good writing. We have maybe a few stupid stories to tell. Okay. I have a quote. I'm not crazy. My reality is just different than yours. The Cheshire Cat from
Alice in
Wonderland. Lewis Carroll. All right.
Alice in Wonderland.
Hey, Lewis Carroll. Thanks for that.
I like it.
Little did you know, everybody for the rest of all time would use the phrase, don't go down that rabbit hole.
Right?
Yeah, or that's a rabbit hole.
Right? Yeah.
I say it all the time. It's like just like part of like, and
like
people always know what you
worms,
mean.
Rabbit hole.
Yeah, don't go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Shit, huh?
Yeah. Don't mention that to so-and-so. End up going down a
They'll
rabbit hole.
take you down a rabbit hole.
Yeah. I hadn't even think about that.
They'll pull you down one. Don't drink that drink. It'll make you bigger. What?
Wait. That's
As we swig some wine.
a different thing.
We're getting ready. Okay, so like this is before Cinco de Mayo. So we're pre-game drinking.
It's after Cinco de Mayo.
Right, but you all know we're recording this the day before. So it's May the 4th be with you.
And also with you.
And yeah. It's like communion with my wine here.
Yeah.
Wait till you see the wafers we have. And also, what was I going to say about that? Oh, I was like, I told, so Trisha's family is going to come over to my family's house and we're going to like have some
meat
carne
and
asada and like have some chips. And so
I'm going to share the corn I brought, but I want to eat it all myself.
Trisha likes corn.
I love corn.
I think we've already maybe covered
talked
that,
about
but we can just
like
bring
corn
it back.
Obsession. Yeah.
So she's going to share it, which is nice. I mean, for a change. And I was like telling my daughter, I'm like, so Tia Trisha's family's going to come over and we're going to like have a carne asada for Cinco de Mayo. I'm all, except it's, okay, I made so many bad puns. I'm all, it's Cinco Mañana. Because Cinco de Mayo is tomorrow. I'm all, but it's really Cinco de Cuatro. And I was like, okay, I need to like stop.
Cinco de Cuatro.
I'm all, it's like our own new holiday that we made up. So
funny.
we're having some wine and then we're going to sober up so we can drink some more later.
Yes.
So I have tequila.
Do you
we're
have
all
a pinata?
good. No.
Logan had one at his preschool on Friday. They had a
I
taco,
should always
taco
have
day.
one ready.
He was so excited. He was like, the day before, I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about because he was like, Mom, there's a movie. I don't know what he said. And I need to bring a bat to school. And I was like, okay, I heard the part about the bat, and I'm pretty sure that's not accurate because you guys are 4. but let's
They're
go
all-
ask the teacher.
It's a wooden like bat that's kind of frayed and like splintery.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
So we asked the
Like
teacher.
that would exist in the
and
common world we're in now.
He made me go back in the classroom. She's like, I thought you guys left. I'm like, me too. We were out in the parking lot. He was like, we have to go back in the classroom to talk about the bat. And I'm like, okay. So we go back in the classroom and he points to a piñata hanging in the room. And he's like, that star.
Did they have a bat or a stick?
No, they had a stick.
Oh, okay.
And we were not to bring our own bats. He just misinterpreted like the idea of hitting something that he needed to bring his own tool, which is, I mean, he's pretty efficient.
He is your kid.
He's like very worried, like maybe there won't be enough sticks, or
Maybe I need to bring my own so I can get maximum like velocity on the hitting with the candy and the.
So someone donated a huge piñata and they had like lollipops, and then there was a little one with treasures or toys like from the Dollar Tree or something in it. And I
was gonna say, did they put like stupid stuff in it, like?
Yeah, they did have
fruit
candy in the
snacks or
big
something?
one, but the little one was more like
I'm
like
all shitty. I'm
dumb
all
little toys like bouncy balls that like you throw away after
Yeah.
a day. But no, they were so excited. So they did.
One time Edgar got hit in the head with some kid
When he
doing a
was
piñata.
little?
No, when he was an adult. He was he was like videoed. It's funny, there's a video of it, like
Yeah.
an old school camcorder, like
Yeah.
VHS. He was like standing there like videotaping it. And this little girl was like spinning around and she
whacked.
just whacked. And then you
She's
see her like whack the camera and him. And he's all, ah.
Oh my God. Well, you got my daughter a piñata for her birthday one year. And she turned 3.
Oh, yeah, the
Nemo.
Dory one.
Yeah.
Or not
Nemo.
Dory.
It was
Nemo.
like a
Nemo.
clownfish.
Yeah, it was Nemo.
And
Sorry.
she got a helmet to go with her bike as a birthday present. And she wore that helmet. In all the pictures, she's got a stick and she's hitting it, but she's wearing a helmet also. And I was like, that was a really
I was
good
like the
decision.
godmother of piñatas. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was very exciting.
It's a big deal. I mean,
It's fun. It's
It is
super
fun.
dangerous, but it's fun.
it's fun. Like, and one time my in-laws, I don't remember when it was, a couple of years ago, they just randomly, I think it was like after everyone's birthdays, because like there's
Yeah.
a bunch in May and like everyone's birthdays are spread out. And so they just got like a piñata and like the kids all just got to hit it. And that was fun.
Yeah.
So,
Super fun.
I mean, it's a good time.
Yeah, no.
My
kids
in-laws
love it.
also did something like risque one time with a piñata, like an adult piñata.
What, like a big penis or?
No, it was like normal. Do you remember this? Were you at his dad's 50th party?
It was.
Okay,
But
so
what was the piñata? I
it
don't
had like
remember.
condoms and shit in it.
Oh, I don't remember that. I was
It had
pretty
condoms and it
had a
had
lot
like
of some
thongs,
weird clear
like-
liquid.
like little thong, like thong underwear. Yeah. It was like the adult piñata. And it was like
Oh.
dun dun dun. And
don't
maybe there was
know.
candy on there too.
They had made their own like liquor.
Oh
in
yeah,
a jar.
bacanora. Yeah, don't drink that.
And I was drinking that like with.
Whenever I drink that, I speak Spanish so much better.
I know. And well,
And like different things happen to me.
I did too. No, just kidding. But I don't think I spoke at all. It just makes me quiet. I can't talk anymore if I
It
drink
tastes
that.
like paint thinner.
Yes. Yes.
Feared by some, revered by others. It's
Yep.
like- it's one of those like local moonshine things they make.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm just explaining to the listeners.
Oh,
I know that
sorry.
you
I'm
know.
all- I know, Shauna.
I know
You're
that
like,
you know.
Shut up.
But nobody else knows what we're talking about.
Nobody knows.
I don't think any of his family listen to this. If you do, you know what we're talking about.
That's right,
But-
Loretta. I think she was the one walking around handing out shots.
Yeah, she's a big booze pusher, and she
But
doesn't
she
really
doesn't
drink.
drink.
Never around
so
us.
it would be like,
We're like, can you please get drunk with
like,
us?
woo, let's all do shots. But she wouldn't be drinking, and all of a sudden you're on the floor and you don't know what happened.
Yeah, and she's like, haha, this is fun.
you guys drink
not
a lot.
Drinking with you. Thanks, Loretta. That's my husband's sister. Okay,
Yes.
anyway.
Anyways.
So segue to I have no idea what. Should we snack?
Sure.
Because we've got
Come.
such a good snack book.
Old school fun. Okay.
Give me that snack book.
Okay.
Snack book.
Snack book.
So I'm walking through CVS.
As
and
you
I
do.
see, yeah.
Find the weirdest things there. It's fun.
It's weird. And like, because I had to wait for a prescription. So I was just like walking around,
Yeah.
like picking shit
I'll
up.
buy
I'm like, I
weird
need this.
office supplies or like crayons we don't need or something.
Or I buy like weird like beauty supplies. I'm all, I need a makeup brush or like something that I don't really need. I'm like, but
Need another color of nail polish.
yeah. or I go big on the lip balm. I just bought a new Burt's Bees. It's like a oil or something. I'll show it to you. Nice. But anyway, so like, yeah, so that's what happens. Oh, we hit feet.
Oh, footsie.
Toesies. So, toesies. I never say that.
Toesies.
But it was funny that I did.
Footsies.
I'm stupid. Okay, so.
Everybody pause for a moment just to reflect on Shauna's stupidity.
Just like think about
Take
that.
it down. Toesies.
Let it sink in.
Don't use that.
I see this can of Planters cheese balls that I have not seen
since 1989.
I mean, it's been a while.
Yeah.
It looks exactly like the ones that we all used to get.
Yep.
And you talk about your connection.
My dad loved these cheese balls. And whenever we went to the beach, and I think they had like a bigger one too. I feel like.
No, you know what?
Larger one or
things were smaller.
They were smaller, and we were
then.
smaller.
No, because everything's so big now. Now there's like these huge cheese ball things at Target that are like a barrel. No, they're like a barrel.
One. Yeah, I've sent you pictures of that.
No, when things were a little bit more moderate.
Yeah.
When we were coming up, and it was like this is a huge thing, but it's like it's just like a moderate, like a It's not a crazy amount.
Enough cheese balls for the whole family.
It's enough.
You don't need 4 of them, so we each have our own can, which is probably what would happen now.
Yeah, I mean, I could probably eat this whole thing by myself, but then I would probably be sick. But I would probably not care.
So many memories of being at the beach. And then you're at the beach, right? So, like, you're a little bit, like, wet or sticky or whatever, and, like, you're eating cheese balls. So we would go in the ocean to, like, dry out,
get the
off
Cheeto
our
hands off.
Yeah, our cheese ball hands. And my dad would like, if my dad got like the can, we knew like he'd eat them all. So we were always all grabbing it. And like, I feel like we had cans of, I want to say pretzels and peanuts too. Like everything was a chip in a can. So like a Pringle.
Like a Pringles is good for the beach.
Yeah. Or these cheese balls.
Nothing that's a bag that you have to like deal with.
There were no bags. There were sandwiches, but like in a cooler.
Well, I remember you telling me that like, it was always just an opportunity for your mom to like pack some snacks.
Oh,
like,
my mom was
get
like
it together.
The original snackinator. Like
Snackinator.
So like she would make this.
We're pretty good
gorp
too.
For travel, where she would like do it. Like now you could just buy it trail mix, but then you couldn't. It would be like she'd buy all these different nuts. Like she would make her own Chex Mix at parties or whatever. Like,
did she make that puppy chow stuff that Jenny made?
No,
because that's like a Midwest thing. It's so yummy.
She didn't do a coated thing. She just got all different kinds of salted nuts and then like raisins and chocolate or like M&Ms and like put them all together, and she called it gorp. I don't know why she called it gorp, but we would eat gorp everywhere we went, and then we would like on a road trip, or at the beach,
get some protein,
and then we would
some peanuts.
Stop, and she would have like bananas and apples and cheese crackers and summer sausage. And so we were like tailgated at like a rest area.
That sounds like good.
It was always
I want
so
that
good.
Right now.
It was always be like a smoked Gouda or something, or smoked cheddar, like a fancy cheese that she would have like a little, she had like this little
kind of like a Hillshire
board.
Farms kind of thing. Yeah. Like,
so we always would have that for lunch, and like the cheese balls, because it's like it travels well because it doesn't get crunched.
Well, and if it's that fancy cheese like the Hillshire Farm, it doesn't need to be refrigerated.
No,
I don't know what they do to it
and slice it,
but it's like great travel food.
All
summer
needs
sausage
to be refrigerated. I think we refrigerate more cheese than we have to out here in the US of A.
That's probably true.
You know what I mean? Like, because cheese is not. It's not made in refrigeration.
No, it's mold.
It's mold. So
these cheese balls are delicious.
They are, and they're way cheesier than I remember.
They're like the brightest orange.
Yeah.
The most unnatural orange.
It's the most beautiful unnatural orange ever.
Oh, you know what it says? It says it's back.
Oh.
So did it come back? I didn't even notice that till just now.
Nostalgic for the can of
somebody
balls.
was like, remember it like us. Like, remember those cans? And they're like, we're going to bring those back for you. Nice. You little Gen Xer with your cheese balls in a can, a reasonable amount.
I haven't had those since like junior high. I feel like. I mean,
I haven't seen.
So
I guess it feels vintagey because it looks
just like
exactly like what it looked like when we were
vintage
kids.
is like cool now, like hipster.
Vintage is like. Did I ever tell you about the time when I was at work and there was like some young guy that worked with me and we said something about vintage rock And he said,
vintage rock? Oh, rock and roll.
like,
Oh.
yeah, like vintage. I don't know.
pictured like a rock, like a
Yeah,
on
and
the
they're all
ground.
rocks are always
Yeah, I'm
vintage
like,
because they're old.
They're fossils. Wait, what?
So I was like, I don't know what I was talking about. And he goes, like, and he said a band, and I was
He's all
just like
U2 or In Excess.
yeah, he said like it was like YouTube, but maybe it wasn't YouTube, but it was like
Depeche Mode.
it was like
vintage.
it was something like that, and I just looked at him and I was like, oh my god. And this was like a while ago.
You're
too.
thinking like
This was like a good
Chicago
like 5
or
years
Journey
ago.
or something.
I'm
or
thinking yeah, classic rock.
Bob Dylan or
And I
really
was
going
like,
back. Yeah.
no.
Well,
And then
it's
I
if
just
you
was like
listen to,
mad.
classic rock radio now. It's the music we
It's
listen
you
to.
too.
Yeah.
And you're just like,
Yeah. It's like
no.
It's like Nirvana and like Stone Temple Pilots and stuff from like the 90s, and you're like, that's not vintage, and then you're like, oh yeah, it kind of is now.
I mean, I guess it is like it's just weird to jump that.
Well,
way.
now I get why my dad, because he was like, I mean, my mom liked certain music too, but my dad really liked some of the rock bands that
Like
I like.
Chicago and stuff like that.
Steely Dan or Van Morrison. And so like that stuff was on classic rock stations when I was growing up. And so he would like,
you always knew a lot more about
he
that
would
than
make
I
fun
did.
of it because we had all the records. So it was like just all this stuff.
Yeah, and he was like classic rock.
Yeah, he's like, this isn't
like how we're being right now.
regular rock. Yeah. So now like that now it's happening to us, and I'm just like, wow, my dad was like my age when that was happening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
and he was eating all the cheese balls.
and he's
You're like, give back the cheese balls,
and he
Dave.
was
Like, come
don't
on.
stop believing
In cheese balls.
Eat those cheese balls in a can.
So, okay, so here's what happened. So I was
Cheese balls.
I was getting like a wedding. So I was like, something old, something new.
Oh,
There's
like a
something
wedding
blue.
snack? Oh, something old, something new, and something blue. Are we getting married now?
Let me like lend you this glass. Okay, now
Cheers.
it's borrowed. Okay,
Right.
I don't know. Oh, you lent me a glass.
I lent you a glass.
I don't know.
Borrowed.
Okay, so we covered it. So these are okay. Apparently, M&M's is like getting very international, and there are one of 3 internationally inspired flavors.
The international sensation.
This is a Thai coconut peanut M&M.
It's really good.
And they're so good.
They're
They're
good.
weird colors. They're like a light green.
Lime green, not
lime
like
green.
primary green, and primary blue, and then like a eggshell. Cream.
Yeah, it's like an off-white.
Yeah, off-white. Yeah, they're interesting, and they're really delicious. I thought
They're so good
because it said Thai coconut. I kind of imagined it would be like a peanut sauce flavor, like one of the, you know how there's a little chili flavor in like a
maybe
Thai
that's
peanut sauce.
so that's why the peanut thing makes sense.
So the peanut,
I didn't think of that.
Maybe is the. I thought maybe the peanut would have like a spiciness to it with the coconut and the chocolate, but instead it's like it tastes like coconut peanut M&Ms basically.
Right, which is I guess
which
what
is you know what, delicious.
It's really good,
Yeah,
guys.
super
If
good.
you can find one of these internationally inspired,
Did they have other ones, or is this like this month's?
I did not see because I only cared about the coconut. I don't know. I was like in the checkout line, and then I was like, "Oh, what's that?"
Like, what's
I just
that
grabbed
new
it.
color of M&M
I just saw
bag?
coconut, and then I
probably would have assumed the light blue color was some kind of Easter special or something.
right.
That's what it
And then
looks
there's a M&M guy with like a half coconut with like a straw, like drinking coconut milk, and then he has like a flower.
I guess that
It made me feel like Hawaii.
It looks like Hawaiian more than Thailand, but
I don't know anything about Thailand, so I'm not even gonna try.
it's all good.
But
I just know about like pad thai
And you were like, oh, there's a lot of coconut milk and Thai food.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
very smart about
well,
that.
there's a soup I really like, Tom Go Pho, or I don't know what it's called, but it's like a coconut ginger spicy broth with like mushrooms and green beans and chicken and
Yum.
shrimp maybe or whatever in it. And actually our friend Larissa introduced me to it like a long time ago because she always liked food from all different places. I feel like
There was a Thai place also that we used to go to.
yeah. Well, my mom lived by a Thai place. That's where she had her rehearsal dinner for her wedding. It was like a little Thai restaurant because she loved like
Did
pad
I go to
Thai.
that? No.
No, it was
I was
just
at
the
the
family.
wedding. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it was like the 2 nights before, and she loved like the little gals that worked there and probably sewed them dresses and stuff. Like she just, she made friends with everybody. But it was like a little mom and pop.
She
place.
made like some sort of Thai pattern
They
that
didn't-
we don't know about.
They didn't do like events there, but somehow she convinced the owner to let her like have the restaurant for her a rehearsal dinner for her marriage, and
And they were like, so
Yeah, everybody was just like, for you, anything, you know.
Aw.
So, but like, there's a lot of shrimp dishes and
It's
you know,
delicious.
coconut and spice.
I mean, and so now I'm saying that, but like I don't usually want Thai food. I don't know why, because Edgar's always like, let's get to. He likes pad Thai a lot, and I'm
like
not
that.
like the biggest fan of it.
That
I probably
coconut
can't eat it
soup
now
I
anyway.
really like. I tried to get a can of it. Amy's soups, you know, that we like. The
Oh, do they have a
vegetables.
Thai one?
They have the Thai coconut soup one, and I got it, and I didn't like it.
What does that have in it? Nothing, because it's like vegetarian, so there's no shrimp. Also,
No,
shrimp
it
in a can.
had tofu in
bad
it.
idea.
Had tofu in it.
That could be good.
Like little pieces of tofu. It had mushrooms, and it had like green beans. And
but the flavor was probably
the
weird.
flavor was off slightly. And like we can fix the flavor of other things with like salt and pepper, but with a ginger coconut flavor, it's hard to fix it with some spice.
You can't fix that.
So it was too much ginger for me. Like I like ginger, but I want to taste more coconut than ginger, and maybe some spice, not more ginger than everything.
Yeah,
else.
you're all. Could you just
It was
like
like ginger
add
soup.
some more spices,
Yeah.
like a mixture, like
I
some
needed to add like a
garlic?
can of coconut milk and like some, I don't know, spicy pepper or cayenne pepper or something. But anyways,
So now that you've all heard about our,
don't
like,
get that soup, guys. It's not very good.
sorry, Amy's. We love you. Just
we
kidding.
love all your other soups.
We'll have any soup.
Yes.
Do you remember that time Edgar won like
He did. That was so
he won
shitty.
a fucking raffle on Facebook? Okay, nobody
so
wins
random.
anything ever.
Ever.
You always are like, oh, like post this
Into
thing
this
or
thing.
like just join,
Comment,
just like it.
Comment on this to win the sweepstakes.
It was like early Facebook, so it was
Yeah.
just like our
I
page.
thought it was Twitter, but
And it was, look at this funny picture.
that's funny.
Sorry, someone's calling me and a funny picture popped up. So he won a fucking like
pack of
this
food.
soup. And I think it
Yeah.
was like a bunch of soups. It was a bunch of
All the
stuff.
flavors, yeah.
And I was like,
don't they have like
super
they have
excited.
frozen food? I was wondering.
It
they have,
wasn't
like,
frozen
They don't
food.
have bars, do they?
It was like, I want to say it was the soups and like,
They have like
I don't know what else
macaroni
they
and
have.
cheese or pasta.
It
or
was
something
maybe like a
that.
mac and
like
cheese
a
or
dry one
something.
you make like but yeah.
but who wins a fucking raffle on Facebook?
Edgar does.
Him.
Yeah.
We don't buy enough lottery tickets.
You guys don't. You really
WTF.
should.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah. So that's cheese balls and Thai coconut peanut M&Ms. Delicious.
They are good.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't sure how I felt.
There probably won't
But
be
now-
leftover cheese balls in a can to give away during the live stream for the cure.
This
which
is not going to be a leftover snack.
By
Maybe
the
we could
way-
send you like a new one.
yeah, we could buy a
They're
couple
quite
cans.
pricey. It's
I wonder.
like
I was gonna say is it
$2.99 or
expensive?
something.
I wonder if we can buy some in bulk or planters. You want to promote this vintage cheese ball? We're your girls. Call us.
Dude, we love the peanut guy. What's his name? Mr.
1-800
Peanut.
Snack Easy.
What's his name? It's on the hat.
Mr. Peanut. He didn't remember his name.
He's very like fancy. He's got like a
he's
cane.
dapper.
He's got like a monocle.
Yeah.
Got a top hat.
Yep.
He's about to like tap dance or something.
He's like full on doing Fosse.
Was he ever like animated?
I think so.
I don't know if he was, because like everything's animated now, but it
Yeah,
wasn't
I don't
always like
know.
that.
Something to look up.
Sometimes you just like see a character and they wouldn't do anything.
Yeah.
When we were growing up, it was
Yeah.
just like, here's a guy with like a peanut. He's a peanut.
Someone decided to make Mr.
Here's
Peanut.
an anthropomorphized peanut. His name's Mr. Peanut. They didn't even get clever with the name. Their whole name's Mr. Peanut. It's on his hat, so you don't
he's
forget.
a peanut, and his name's Mr. Peanut.
I am eating all the cheese balls.
That's okay.
And I keep leaning away from the microphone.
I was going to give a little shout for the live stream for the cure, which our segment is May 18th, Saturday, May 18th at 12 noon Pacific, so 3 p.m. Eastern, and I can't do any other time zones than that.
Yeah, we can't just, you're going to
You
have
have
to work
to
with
just figure
that.
it out.
12
But-
or 3, and then
and then in between, or if you're in New Zealand, it's the next day. I don't know. But anyways, if you come and watch during our segment, we are going to do some live Snackbook creations.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
everybody.
There may
It's
be
on.
some puppets, and there will absolutely be some cool sound effects for those of you and other fun things for those of you who donate during our segment.
You
Because
come for the puppets,
stay for the snack,
stay for the snacks,
and then give us your coffee money.
and then give us Not us. Give a donation
for cancer research
during our time.
Yes. And if you
and
do
make
it
happen.
Yeah, you've got to do it during our time. We've got bench swag bags that we're putting together.
You're going to want this
stuff.
stuff.
Don't want to miss this.
It's going to be great.
Yeah. And
it's going to be a surprise to us too.
We really, I was going to say the cheese balls won't be one of the leftover snacks I'm including, but I might give you some old.
Because I'm like eating them all by myself right now.
But yeah, so come donate during our time slot so that we can make the most money of anybody else. Just kidding. Donate during any of the time slots. The event starts on the 17th, and there'll be a promo in this episode you can listen to. But Nick and Justin from the Epic Film Guys are the ones putting this whole event on. This is, I believe, the 3rd annual, and we've got some pretty lofty goals. So join us, donate. It's a good cause, and it'll be fun.
It's actually going to be fun, you guys.
You guys,
like we're getting kind of excited planning for it. 2 girls on
the bench and puppet show. Okay, like you don't want to fucking miss that.
Which is kind of like what we've always been sort of like
our dream
getting towards.
Always,
you know,
everything's been leading to.
I have
puppets.
a puppet theater, but I don't. We might only be able. Maybe we can bring like part of it and put it in here.
Well,
it's kind of big.
We could also get on videos in a different space if we needed to.
What?
Right? Like I have a lot of room in there, my bedroom. We just lay on the bed. It'll be like
that's
Flight
weird.
of the Conchords, like laying on. No. It'll be like Kids in the Hall, like when he like is like Puddin'.
Oh, Puddin'
like,
baby, Levon.
Yes, Levon. And like,
do you guys
just
remember
like
Kids in the Hall? That was the best.
They do because they're cool. Benchlings rule.
Benchlings know about Levon. They know about Puddin'.
That's right. All right.
Okay, we're gonna do Right Club.
Moving right along to write some Right Club stuff.
Justin, can you believe it's almost time?
Time for what?
The 2019 live stream for The Cure. This is our 3rd year hosting this amazing event with every single cent going toward cancer research.
The Cancer Research Institute funds research into immunotherapy to create a future immune to all forms of cancer.
And this amazing nonprofit organization is rated over 92% by charitynavigator.org and puts 88 cents of every dollar toward cancer research.
Last year, thanks to an amazing team of collaborators, fans, supporters, and listeners, we raised over $5,000 in 30 hours on the air.
And this year, with your help, we're going for our biggest goal yet.
Tune in May 17th to the 19th on twitch.tv/epicfilmguys for 40 hours of amazing content as we try to reach $7,500.
And for more information or to find out how you can become a part of the event, please visit www.livestreamforthecure.com. Together, we can make a difference.
Welcome to the Bench Right Club. The first rule of Right Club is you do not write about Right Club.
The second rule of Right Club is you do not write about Right Club. Right Club.
Oh no.
Well,
I
what?
put the M&Ms on top of the writing.
We have to eat all the M&Ms to get to the
really
Right Club stuff.
Super fast, or I can
So,
just move them.
Shauna wanted to know, that little outro song I planned and sang just now. No, I didn't plan it. I'm just kidding. It's from the original Muppet movie soundtrack, and I was
like the old one.
not
like all the new ones.
Although why are there so many songs about rainbows? Like that Muppet movie, like when they go to Hollywood to make their dream.
Like the
movie.
Muppets of our youth.
Yeah,
which were kind of like
the Muppet movie we saw in the theater.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I was playing some of the songs from that for my daughter, and like. There's a couple songs. I can't remember how it goes right now. Sorry, but there's one song where it's just all about how you can't live with them. You can't live without them. She'll get under your collar. She made a monkey out of old King Kong. I hope that something better comes along.
It's about a girl.
All about girls.
Is it Kermit?
No, it's Kermit singing about Miss Piggy with Ralph, the guy that, the dog that plays the piano.
I don't remember his name.
Yeah, I don't remember
I think
his
it's
name.
Ralph,
Yeah.
or something like that.
But anyways, so I'm playing these songs for my daughter. I'm like, these songs are the best.
Somebody's yelling at their podcast right now because I think we might have gotten that wrong.
Yell at us. So I'm playing them and I'm like, these songs are so fun. And then I'm singing that song and I'm like, oh, kind of yucky.
It was like hashtag Me Too Muppets.
Hashtag like sexist Muppet songs. Like
Sexist Muppets.
Yes.
Can we quickly launch our own YouTube channel called Sexist Muppets? I feel like I could totally we could win with that all over town. TM Sexist Muppets. No, I'm serious. It would be
there'd be a Twitter,
hey, little
Twitter
lady
account where the sexist Muppets say things to people like, nice gams, Betty.
Be like, hey, little lady, why don't you go pick up those pencils off the ground? It's fucking 9 to 5 and shit. Yeah.
Go make me some coffee.
It's not funny. We're all suddenly Sexist Muppets is kind of a drag.
Really, really awful. And sorry, trigger warning.
A trigger for Muppet movie because it's just.
If you've been harassed by a Muppet, we apologize.
Yes.
We were not trying to trigger you.
There were no Muppets involved in this production. They didn't hurt anyone, or we didn't hurt any Muppets.
No Muppets were harmed.
I want to say Muppet a lot because
women may have been harmed by Muppets.
I used to know this chick that would she could totally do the Muppet face. Okay, so she would open her mouth. This sounds really bad. Once again, my work stories are the worst. This chick, she would. Trisha just did it. No one can see it. But she would totally look it was a profile thing, and she's like, I can look like a Muppet. And then she did it, and we were like, you do look like a Muppet.
Flat mouth.
Yeah, kind of like the big flat mouth thing, right? And we were like, oh my, and then we'd always be like, do the Muppet thing, because it was because we're stupid, I guess. I don't know.
Easily entertained. It's the simple things. Sometimes.
Work is sometimes boring, and you have to make it fun. And sometimes
somebody can do tricks like that.
Somebody can be a Muppet.
I mean, that's awesome.
Oh, I totally forgot about that. Okay. All right.
Oh,
enough Muppets. Let's read some Right Club.
I haven't really read these. Have you?
I haven't read any of them, so this is first reading. I'm sorry, everybody. Like we said, we're super far behind, but we're still reading your stuff, and we love it, and we thank you, and we support you, and we salute you.
Love you, love you, love you.
You gonna read one, and then I'll read one, and then you read one, and then I'll read one.
All right, I'm gonna start with. There's 4. I'm gonna start with Mel Brooks because
Mel Brooks.
We can't do an episode without mentioning Melissa from Brooke Reading Pod, whose name is not Mel Brooks, but.
And I called her Brooke earlier too.
I know.
Sorry,
you got Brooks writing prompt. I'm like, yep, already. And I didn't even bat an eye. I was like, yeah, it's Brooks. Sorry, Mel, but Mel has a great podcast about books. If you can stop procrastinating and finish one, unlike us, even if you can't, lots of times she does books. Or
it's almost like
topics.
You can just listen to it, and then you're like, I feel like I read a book. Maybe wrote one too.
Well, if you're interested in reading a book, it also kind of
gives you a list,
preview a little bit. Something I want to read, or maybe it's something you read, like Lord of the Flies.
One time I was like, I wouldn't read this book, but I'm very interested in the content.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And I was glad that she recapped it for me, because I was like, I'm not going to read this book, but wow, I learned some stuff. I learned something today.
Kick-ass chick, that
Okay,
Melissa.
go Mel.
Melissa, whose name is not Mel Brooks. Okay. So I'm going to say the prompt again.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's been a fucking minute.
It's been a while.
You are in a typical awkward elevator ride with a group of other people. Suddenly a man says, so I bet you're wondering why I've gathered you here, before hitting the emergency stop button. Dun, 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 dun. I stared at this man, short, unassuming, a man that I wouldn't look at twice if I passed him on the street. His rotund figure and plain, pale complexion made him practically invisible, and then I noticed his eyes. One as blue as the depths of the ocean, and just as steady, and one as green and vibrant as the Amazon rainforest, and looking in all directions. His eccentric gaze fell on every one of us in a distinct pattern, causing so much anxiety and distress. It was as though he could read, through his enhanced vision, the most stomach-churning, gruesome fears and visceral depths of our subconscious, and was able to pull them to the forefront. In the cramped, hot space, the air began to get thinner and thinner, while everyone battled with their fear of heights or claustrophobia, or germs festering into incurable diseases. When the man's multicolored gaze fell on me, I instantly felt a wave of nausea and a piercing stab in my chest.
Yeah.
An image of my sister flashed into my mind, the first image I ever had of her on the day she was born, and I knew that somehow, somewhere, she was hurt. I had to get out, but how?
Wow.
Yeah, Mel, keep writing this. This is amazing.
I'm all, what happened?
I know.
Get out of that elevator.
Can we have part 2 next week, Mel? Melissa?
I need more.
This was so good.
That was great. Wow.
And, oh my gosh.
It's
the
so,
way
I love the
her
way people
words,
like.
stomach churning, gruesome fears and visceral depths of our subconscious.
Also,
I'm
the
like,
idea of remembering the first time
You
you
saw
saw someone,
somebody, yeah.
like your like a
Yeah.
sibling, you know, like that. That's such a like. It's obviously like from your childhood,
Right.
You know, but
Love it.
like thinking like, oh, the baby, I saw her like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, wow.
And then knowing that gut, knowing somebody's in trouble or something's happened, but you don't know why or how or what he's going to do to them. Also,
yeah, right. Like
we didn't get to what he's going to do, and I'm very curious.
Is
why
he like psychic or something?
It seemed like it from the way she described his vision. I don't know, Melissa. That was super intense. Really good. Well
Good
done.
job. Thank you. I'm gonna read the next one.
Okay.
This is
This is
okay.
not Brett.
I can't even talk. This is Bret-Jordan. I was trying to like read his name and the title at the same time, and that was like not gonna go well.
Yeah, he always
Bret-Jordan.
titles his stuff.
Choose wisely and kindly. I know. I never like think to do that.
I'm like crunching.
Trisha's eating a cheese ball.
Cheese balls are too crunchy for a podcast.
That's why I hold the microphone away from me when I eat them.
Sorry.
Okay.
We'll cut that out.
So here it is. Choose wisely and kindly. So I bet you are wondering why I gathered you here. The man in the gray suit spoke as he pressed the emergency stop button. The crowded elevator shuddered to a stop. Claustrophobic breath of panic. I don't have much time. He looked at me. A sudden wave of sadness overwhelmed his eyes. I have waited for all of you to be on this elevator so that I can share with you how important you all are. The elevator grew quiet and still. He continued, you alone can make the world a better place, and if you work together, your differences combined will be a positive change in the future. Quit letting your differences divide you. They are what makes you strong. He paused, placed his hand on his heart in earnest. I can only ask that before you leave this elevator to remember that what you do on the daily deeply impacts those of us in the future. Choose wisely and kindly. And with that, he hit the emergency release button, and the elevator doors opened. Choose wisely and kindly. He stepped out, and the doors slowly closed before him. We stood in silence, each examining the truth of it all. Then in the back of the elevator, a cough of one clearing their throat broke the silent solemnity. That's Frank. He got fired today. Sorry. That surprised me, Brett. That's Frank. He got fired today. Security has been trying to catch him all morning. With that, we all shrugged, chuckled, and rode the elevator to our various destinations in silence.
Oh my God, I thought it was going to be from the future or disappear or time machine.
Freaking love that.
That was amazing, Brett.
I like literally, you stopped me in my tracks right now because I was like, he got fired. That was awesome.
Like, so
I'm so glad I didn't read it
unexpected.
before because
Yeah.
like that was like,
I feel like Brett's style and Kayla's style really go together. Like,
you guys should write something together.
I know.
That was awesome, dude. That was great. Yeah, I totally thought he was like from the future or he was like some sort of like angel or like, I don't know. My
what
mind
a
went 20
great
places.
twist. That was so good.
Oh my God, that was great. I love it. I love how everybody does different stuff.
Okie dokie.
You read this one because this one's long and then I get
Go
a
read
short one
Kayla's.
because I can't read all the long ones.
All right, so this is from The Hammer, Stephanie Hammer-Wold, our friend and writer and nonprofit extraordinaire.
And also she's like really into like doing all these baking challenges.
Also, she's doing the
Follow her on
great
Instagram. I don't know what her
British
Instagram
Bake Off. It's
don't
like
know what it
something
is.
about traveling. I'll put it in the show notes. But no, on Facebook
She keeps
too.
like baking all this stuff.
All of it, and she.
And it's like hard stuff.
Yeah, I'm coming over to have that like, I don't know, puffed pastry, blah blah blah, with
Something.
like raspberry infused, blah blah blah. Like it's amazing. I guess we should watch the Great British Bake Off.
We
because
should just
that's-
watch the Hammer do it because
Yeah.
she's doing pretty good with it.
We should just start a YouTube channel, Stephanie. Like we can narrate it, like people that narrate like the Macy's
one
parade.
week it's like sexist Muppets, and the next week
It's the
like,
Great Hammer Bake Off. I think this is something we got to do.
This
all right?
might be like, okay, this is a thing. Or maybe the sexist Muppets like commentate on the Bake Off.
Kind of like the Macy's Day Parade commentary, like the two newscasters, like what Will Ferrell and what's her name did as a joke on
But
the
that's
Rose
the Rose Parade. Yeah.
Remember?
No, that's like the
but
best
we'll
thing about the Rose Parade
It'll
now.
be Muppets talking about the baked goods.
And they'll be like,
Like,
that's where a
slightly
woman
sexist.
belongs,
Yeah.
in the kitchen.
Take your shoes off. You should be barefoot while you're cooking. Oh, wait. Okay. Moving on.
Sorry, we went on a weird tangent there. I'm sure hers has nothing to do with Muppets or baking. Go ahead.
It'd be cool if it did.
That would be so weird.
Oh, meaty. Okay, Stephanie. All right. So, I bet you are wondering why I've gathered here, a man piped up from the back of the elevator. He then pushed his way forward through the crowd gathered in an elevator and smashed the red emergency stop button. This did not bode well for my attempt to avoid conversation with anyone until I got to my desk and had at least 2 more cups of coffee. I made myself as small as possible and avoided eye contact, a trick that only worked some of the time. "You there, in the back," he hollered, even though being enclosed in such a small space did not call for such volume, especially this early in the morning. "Oh, fuck," I muttered under my breath and looked up. All eyes in the elevator were turned toward me. "You're going to want to pay attention to this. I've got big news." I rolled my eyes. I couldn't help it. This wasn't the first time I'd been stuck in an elevator with some weirdo who felt the need to trap its riders for whatever announcement they just had to make. The man cleared his throat and continued. "When these stores open, you will no longer be in 2019 in your office. You will instead emerge in London 1719. You heard me right. I have rigged this elevator to travel back in time, and I've chosen all of you to be the first people to travel back in time." I quickly started going through all the useless trivia I had compiled in my brain and tried to remember when coffee was invented. It was no use. I really had no idea. I raised my hand. "Yes," the man said. "Can you hit the button for 2019? Normally I'd be into this time travel thing, but if I can't get a good cup of coffee in 1719, count me out?"
That's the end?
Yeah.
Yay.
Well, then she did go to time travel. That's amazing.
That is so funny.
That was so good. That's not what I expected to happen either.
But so is it just like a device this guy uses to get people to write? Or is it like
To
real?
write?
Like, you know what I mean? Is it like, this is something, because it says something about the writers. They would trap their writers and then be like, okay, everybody, kind of like we do with a writing prompt. Now we're all in 1719. You're going to be in London. Go write something. I don't know.
This was the first time I've been stuck in an elevator with some weirdo who felt the need to trap its writers, not writers.
Oh, I thought
It's
it was writers.
for whatever announcement they had to make.
Okay, never mind.
No, he wasn't just trapping writers.
Oh, he was literally doing time
He was
travel.
trapping writers, and she was like,
Writers.
"Is some weirdo gonna make an announcement about something stupid?" And like,
And then she was like, I can't go to
I can't
London.
do it. And then she's like, "If there's no coffee in 1719, I can't fucking do it. Like, I need coffee."
That's really funny. Look at all the conversation that invited.
I know.
I was like debating. I thought it was, you know what I thought it
didn't
was?
enunciate.
I thought it was like some like boss. Like, you know, like if you worked on like a sitcom or a show and they trapped all the writers and I was like, okay, everybody, when we open the door, it's going to be 1790 and you're going to be in London. Like, that's totally what I was thinking now.
Like, but it's like fake. Like, everybody's gonna pretend. Like,
that's what I was pretending already. Okay. I was
That's another
already
good
writing
way
my like thing.
way to go for it.
Good job.
Awesome stuff. Hammer.
Now, finally, Kayla or Sharpie.
Mm-hmm.
Kayla and Brett were both worried about us. We're fine. Well, maybe we're not, but either way,
We're here.
thanks for caring.
Yeah, we appreciate the
Okay.
concern.
Benchlings. Okay, Kayla. I hate elevators. I hate them so much. If I could, I'd take the stairs every time. Why is this building so big? And why did I have to go to the 18th floor? If it was the 3rd floor or even 5th, I'd be on the stairs in an instant. But no, my boss had to send me on an errand to the 18th floor. There's others on the elevator. Someone in here smells weird, like opening the trunk in grandma's attic weird. Still, it got me out of work, and anything that gets me out of work is worth running a menial errand. But maybe not worth a ride in this death trap waiting to happen. Suddenly a man says, "So I bet you were wondering why I've gathered you here," before hitting the emergency stop button. I look at him, and he's serious. I look at the others, 2 men and 1 other woman. They don't seem surprised. He starts to open the briefcase he's carrying. I get one glimpse of a flyer inside, and I can already tell he's one of those pyramid scheme product salesmen. I cry inside. I almost wish the elevator did fail and start to plummet. That now is my second biggest fear regarding elevators. Pyramid scheme.
It. Everybody went in a
Pyramid
totally
scheme.
different direction.
So I will call that the horror episode. No, I'm just kidding. You're like, oh no, please don't try and sell me on like whatever.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Love it.
That was good.
All of them were so
They were
brilliant.
all good. They were all so different. Once again, they were all so different.
Brilliant.
We didn't write one.
Nope.
We were gonna do a weird exercise, but I don't know if I can do it now, so never
Fuck it.
mind. Sorry, everybody. We're just juggling a lot of things.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we have like almost little creativity. Trisha's using it all with her daughter's school. She's like making hot egg dishes, building sets. I don't know what she's doing.
I'm the hospitality coordinator. Ugh. But nobody volunteered, so
She
I
has
have
nothing
to do it
else to do but make a freaking egg casserole.
for 7:30 breakfast.
She texts me earlier today. What's that egg dish you make with the hash browns? I'm like, what are you talking about? And then it was like, I don't make an egg dish with hash browns,
It
but
was
I
a tater
do
tot thing.
make a tater tot casserole
Yes.
that I have given her the recipe
I'm
to.
making it tomorrow.
I'm going to give her some Canadian bacon from my freezer,
Yes,
and she's going to be okay.
I am. I have a lot of cheese and eggs.
I am kind of
Tater
a
tots.
casserole queen with the breakfast thing. I don't
You
know
are.
why.
No, you got me on the kick. Like, you were making my mom's
Well, it
breakfast
was your mom.
casserole
But-
before I started to.
And then I just was like, hey, breakfast casseroles. These are the best thing ever.
They're pretty awesome.
It's kind of cool because it's just like one thing. But then I've done some like, I don't know why. Like breakfast is like the only creative. Like one year
That's
I
not-
made
you,
these.
You are a really good cook in all aspects.
Thank you.
Yeah.
One year I made these like Easter basket egg
Yes.
things. It was like crescent
Wasn't
rolls.
that
I mean, let's not
Oh,
get
it was
too
those
dramatic.
crescent
It
rolls
was
with,
like
like-
crescent rolls, but I made like a basket and then it had like eggs baked in
Super
it or something.
Pinteresty. Yeah.
It was a Pinterest thing, and I
Yeah.
made it, and I was a rock star.
Yeah.
And I hope I took a picture of it because I'll never make it again. My
Do they
kids
have
don't really care
gluten-free?
about food or anything anymore, so I don't know.
Well, and like my son Logan will still eat like a mixed casserole type thing, but my daughter's like, the eggs are touching the tater tots, or
She might like this
You know
casserole
what?
though, because it's just cheese.
Recently-
The eggs are so secondary. It's like the tater
Recently,
tots
both
and the
of them
cheese.
started eating scrambled eggs with cheese again. So in the morning for breakfast, I can actually make like scrambled eggs, and I'm trying to sneak like kind of a better high protein diet into their lives without telling them. And
Yeah.
they're not listening to this
No.
because they're not old enough.
Everybody just wants to eat carbs.
Yeah, they just
Griselda
want
will
to eat
like a box of
chocolate chip
latkes.
granola bars.
I'm not kidding. She'll just eat the whole fucking like
Oh.
box of latkes from Trader Joe's.
Really?
She just wants to eat that. We're like,
My
do you want eggs
daughter-
with it? No, just the
huge,
latkes.
a huge sleeve of Ritz crackers or any crackers.
Just
She'll
any
just
cracker.
like she like goes to get a snack and she doesn't get like a couple crackers in a napkin.
No, why? I mean,
No, or like crackers in like a little piece of cheese or something. She gets
if
a
I could
sleeve
eat,
of crackers.
if I could eat a sleeve of crackers, well, I found some gluten-free crackers, so I'm all right.
that are good.
They're good.
Okay, good.
Thank
I
God.
need
Oh
to
my
get those.
God, I found this cream cheese yesterday. That's not cream cheese.
Oh, was it like the sour cream that's not sour cream? I
It
got?
is made of almond milk,
Oh,
and it's good.
that's.
I'm gonna
cool.
give you a taste of it when you come to my
I'm
house.
gonna eat some.
I'm gonna put some on a cracker, and you're gonna have it.
I'm gonna eat a non-dairy, non-gluten.
I
cream
mean,
cheese
it's
snack.
just the dairy thing too. Yeah, it's gonna just be all the things at once, but it's
Yeah.
actually good. I'm trying to like make my own world where I
Yeah.
get to have the things I want,
right.
but I don't get sick.
Yeah, that's.
I'm doing
that's
it.
Wonderful.
Dude, Gelson's hooked me up yesterday, not with any money and everything costs a lot, but I found all this new stuff. I literally just like walked around the store, like every aisle.
You're just like, I'm just going to take
Friday night, everybody.
And it's like empty.
If you're not in your 40s, this is what you have to look forward to. And I was happy as a clam.
Yeah, to be alone.
I was happy as a clam, as Sue would say, or Trisha would say. Just because
my mom,
because
guys.
she's from the 50s. I was trying to remember that on a recent podcast. I'm all, what was the other thing? And it was like happy as a clam. And then I like texted you later. I'm all happy as a clam. Like who
I
says
said
that?
something and you're like, what are you, an old lady?
Yeah, it was like seriously something like a housewife in the 50s would
It
say.
was just my mom isms.
It was just in
Happy
your
as a
brain.
clam.
I mean, we both have those a little bit
Mm-hmm.
because we're like reincarnated old people.
We are.
And then when we're old, we're going to be like cool. I don't know. Like what's going to happen when we're
like
old?
Punk rock 80-year-olds.
We're just going to be like, yeah, like Nirvana. And the people will be like, what's that? And then we'll like know what the modern music is. Okay.
Yeah. And we'll also be like, I don't know what, but yeah.
Levitating.
Lady Gaga.
And they'll be like, that
She'll
lady
still be
from the
relevant.
movies.
Yeah. The lady from that one movie. And we're like, she's so much more than that.
She's so
Bah, 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 bah.
Yeah, and that's
That's
what's
my
gonna
old
sound.
lady voice.
That's
Yeah.
gonna be good, and that's kind of what the song sounds like. Anyway, wait, what was I gonna say right now?
Happy as a
Shit.
clam, alone in the grocery store
Oh,
on a Friday
okay,
night.
Friday night, walking
The
around.
story of a
Gelson's.
40-something-year-old mom.
So I'm happy because I'm by myself. I'm walking around the
And you're
store,
surrounded by food.
like every aisle, and I'm like, I'm just gonna like look at because like Gelson's has different stuff, right? And I don't
Yeah.
shop there very often because it's pretty expensive.
No, they cheat. That's the one
And it's
frustrating thing is
it's
they'll
a
cheat.
nice one.
You'll get the new one. The
Yeah,
one,
it's nice.
Those like Trader Joe's. Like you'll find something you like, and then they'll change
This
it.
cheese thing was new, but this
But-
fake cheese, whatever it was, fake cream cheese.
Whatever.
But it's like also new stuff just comes out all the time, especially in this arena of dairy free and gluten free. So I was like, I found these cookies and I was like, yes. And then I just like kept walking around, and then I was like, oh, the cheese substitutes, which I kind of hate, honestly. Like I don't like them.
We went through a whole bunch of sliced cheese substitute things, and we never found anything that
I did the
fit.
diet cheese. It's all right, but like
You said
it's not
okay,
the same.
like on like pizza, like melted.
But
or
it's like.
not the same.
It's just not the same. And so then I discovered, though, through this, like reading this book and stuff, that goat cheese actually wouldn't be as hard on my stomach. So I've been eating goat cheese, which is good because at least it's real,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Because I just can't
And
even deal with it,
delicious.
thankfully. But then I found that I was like, what? And then I just like kept walking around.
Plus, you found the thin gluten-free bagels.
Yeah, I didn't buy
because-
them though, because I was like, I have a lot of like gluten-free bread. I don't know. But I'm gonna tell you about it because you're trying to do some
am.
gluten-free things.
Sneaking it into our
If you do a good job, people won't know.
yeah.
I've snuck it in and like, oh my God. So I like just switched jobs and like
Yeah.
my coworkers, first of all, gave me this huge basket. It was like my send off. I'm still working in the same organization, but in a different place. And so all my buddies, they like gave me this huge basket of snacks, which is hilarious.
all gluten-free.
Because I was like, oh my God, I guess the snack thing like extends beyond our podcast. Like not unaware like that they were like noticing all the snacks that I have. And then my boss was like, yeah, I tried to get the ones that I always see you have. And I'm like, do what? Am I always snacking everywhere I go? It was like the potato sticks, like the veggie sticks and stuff like that.
The straws and then like the Lara bars.
But
and
there's this one guy that I work with that's a baker. And he actually has like a side baking business. And he is
awesome.
freaking amazing. He made me all these gluten-free chocolate chip cookies. I swear to God, they taste like heaven. Like they
Oh my
taste
gosh.
like real. And he gave it, and it's all like professional. He has like a little like
Yeah.
paper box that he gives them to you in. And they were so good. And he gave me 2 boxes of them, like
Holy
little, like
crap.
small boxes.
Yeah.
I ate way too many of those because I was like, I have to eat all of these.
Yeah.
Like this is for me.
This is for you. It is.
But it was like getting something from a real baker. Like
yeah. Or like that Karma Bakery that we had the donuts from.
Donut Reboot. Go listen to that episode. It's so funny. Okay, anyway.
Most popular episode to date, I think.
What?
What?
And it's not because of the donuts.
Nope.
Or maybe it is.
Maybe
Karma
it's-
Bakery, you can sponsor us at any time along with Planters or
And
M&M's.
Paul Rudd.
Oh my God. Yesterday. Okay, wait. I feel like
Wait,
we're going to have
you
to
saw
mention
Paul Rudd
Paul
yesterday?
Rudd. No.
All the time.
Well, I
now.
saw him. So my son was watching like this recap of the Avengers.
Okay.
I don't know.
That
like
sounds
some
really annoying.
I'm
Sorry.
already like bored talking about it, but He likes just all this YouTube thing where it's like, let's recap every Avenger character from all time or something. And you're just like, oh my God. But then they were like, this character and this character. And then it was like, and I was like, who's that one? Because I was doing stuff in the kitchen. I was just like
Ant-Man?
Yeah. And it was fucking Ant-Man. And I'm like, I don't recognize that guy because I never saw Ant-Man. But I mean, I know what it is, but like I never saw it.
But it's Paul Rudd.
So I'm like, who's that? And then he takes off his helmet and I'm like, it's Paul Rudd. And I started laughing. And I was like, why are you laughing? And I'm like, just you have no idea how much me and Tia have been talking about Paul Rudd. And then that was weird. But it was like, I was like, he comes up like every day. Yeah. It's just like, Paul Rudd, here he is. Ant-Man.
He's our Kevin Bacon.
He is like there for everybody whenever they need him.
Yep.
All right, Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd, you can sponsor us.
That's what I said. You were listing all the sponsors, and I'm like, also Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd, I mean, I don't know if you like, I feel like he would just come and sit here with us and
the
just be
Rudd
like,
girls
what?
on a bench. Like, we'll just name our show after you.
Just like, I feel like he would just be like, hey, and he would just like eat some cheese balls with us and like hang out. He does seem like he would do that. He's not that much older than us. So we have like the same sense of humor.
Yeah.
We're
50.
The same
Paul Rudd. We're the same.
Paul Rudd.
He's 50. He looks like he's 35.
He's 50, remember? Because that was the whole thing. He just turned 50. Rudd. That's why he was in the news. And so we're like, we're 45, you're 50. That's we're really like close.
Yeah.
We probably have all the same like joke references.
Yeah.
You probably remember the cheese ball can.
I bet he does.
I mean, like, come on. What are you doing right now anyway?
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta like
Ant-Man.
Come hang out with us. Yeah. Big blockbuster shit, whatever. We don't have time for that. All we have time for is this and Paul Rudd on the bench.
That's right. Wait.
Hashtag. Oh. Why is this sound bad?
Oh, it just sounded like a little sexy, like Paul Rudd on the bench.
Oh, because it's if you think of it from a sports perspective, that was hard for me to say. Sports perspective.
Like benched.
Yeah, he's like not a good player, but he is a good player if he's on our bench.
Being benched with us is a good thing. We're changing the changing the system.
All right, Paul Rudd. I mean, all right, everybody. We're going to hashtag the fuck out of Paul Rudd.
I know. I actually started tagging him in stuff. So
just everything. He's like, who the fuck is this?
Eventually, if enough of you like retweet us, maybe he'll reply.
Are people obsessed with Paul Rudd? Probably not. I mean, like, I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I seem like when we talked about Paul Rudd, people did respond in a positive way. Like, anything with Paul Rudd, yay, Paul Rudd. You know, like that.
He's just kind of like understated, right? I mean, he's not like Brad Pitt or something.
No.
Like where you're like, oh my God, he's like this huge, like famous person, or like
awesome.
He's like just there for you.
He's like the
cheese balls.
boy next door kind of guy. You know what I mean? Like the guy down the street that was a year older than you that would give you a ride to high school in his car.
Oh, that sounds sketchy.
No, I had a friend like that in high school. It wasn't sketchy. It was like
in my mind,
I got her.
It was a guy in a Camaro that pulled up with like pot smoke coming out of the window. I don't know why that's where my brain
was like, Trisha, go get in that car with that nice boy.
Catch a ride with Steve, the devil roommate. Full circle. Oh my God.
Full fucking circle. All right,
everybody. Thank you for listening to us.
One more thing.
Oh, okay, just kidding.
Sorry. If you listen to us, check out Podcoin.
What?
It's a free app you can download.
You get coins, but they're virtual coins.
Virtual coins you can donate to charity, yay, or you can get like a gift card.
Yay.
We won't tell.
Either way.
So
do what you need to do.
If you listen to our show, you get like more because we're like a bonus podcast right now. So go check out Podcoin, download the free app, super easy to use. They're making I feel like they're fixing it all the time, like your library and you know how you
just look for Two Girls on a Bench.
There's a lot of shows on there.
And get those coins.
Yeah. Go listen to us there.
That charity donation and or personal gift card.
If you listen to podcasts all the time like we do,
you might as well get free shit.
You might as well get free shit for it. Or be able to donate free shit to charity, which is a win-win. So do it. Podcoin.
Podcoin. Good job, Trisha.
Thank you. All right. Also,
everybody.
Mark your calendars. May 18th. Live stream for the cure.
Puppets. Swag.
Benches.
Other things.
Bitches.
Snacks.
Cheese balls.
Sounded weird. Like there's going to be a bunch of girls dancing around or something.
If you miss us and want more of us on social media, check out Facebook. We've got a group called Benchlings with amazing people in it, like all the people who wrote into the Right
and they're
Bench,
like,
Bench Right Club.
they like us.
They
really
like us.
like us.
We disappeared, and they're like, "Are you okay?" And iTunes reviews, as everybody else does in the podcast world, really do help for some reason.
Some people
So
want to know how they
please.
can help the show.
Yes.
Go write us a review.
And there's also Patreon. But save your money right now for cancer research.
Oh, you're nice.
But then after that,
Because if you want to do Patreon, we're not going to stop you. Also, something's coming for Patreon people, and we'll give
Steve
you
the
some. We're
Devil
going to
and
start
me.
giving some like previews of that.
There's
It's
gonna
coming up.
be a show.
It's getting written, you guys.
Yes.
Slowly.
Booyah.
All right, everybody, keep snacking.
And writing.
Goodbye.
Bye.
This was a podcast from the Podfix Network. You can check out more shows like it at podfixnetwork.com.